Welcome to the Sexual Wellness Podcast, real-life conversations with industry experts on modern sexuality and how to live a happy, healthy, turned-on life. I'm your host, Laura Allen, a holistic sex, love, and life coach, passionately guiding women to expand their pleasure in and outside the bedroom. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Sexual Wellness Podcast. I now officially live in Wanaka, New Zealand, and it's a vibe down here. If you've been following me on Instagram, you'll know how obsessed I am with this space. And just the feeling in the body, and it's so pleasurable. There's no other way to describe it. You know, I'm not specifically talking about sex-based pleasure, orgasmic pleasure, but it just feels so good in my body to be here, to be in an environment that my soul has been craving, to be in an environment that my authentic self has been craving. You know, it's been coming to me for a long time that I wanted to exit that cityscape lifestyle, you know, the whining, the dining. Well, there's a little bit of whining and dining going on, but the boozing and the brunching and that culture, and stepping into adventure. And I bought a mountain bike today, and I'm so excited to ride my bike around everywhere like I used to in Amsterdam, and hike and be in the mountains, sit by the lake, stroll along the river, be in nature like I have been craving for so long. And build my tribe, build my community with like-minded people in the environment that supports who I am now. And I'm just such an avid believer in creating a life that works for you at all times. You know, we change and grow all the time. And, you know, just because you're somewhere now and you've built up all of these things, I'm not saying to be, I'm definitely not encouraging frivolous moving around from a chaotic place of complacency. But I am encouraging to, you know, always be in tune with what it is that you are desiring, and to be open to possibilities and opportunities, and to just go for it. Just go for it. Okay? That's it. That's the whole lesson there. Cool. And that's the end of the podcast. No, just jokes. One more thing before we dive in, and this episode's going to be so good. It is my Boundary Safe and Free Masterclass tomorrow night. You guys, seriously, it's like the final chance for you to get on that mailing list, get that link. If you don't have the link, you can't get into the class, so you got to sign up. You got to do the things, go to my Instagram, go to my website. All of the links are in the places, but it's www.laura-allen.com, and you'll find all of the juicy stuff right there. Come to my masterclass. It's going to be dope. We're going to be talking all things boundaries, how to protect yourself around other people who walk all over your boundaries, narcissists, and so on and so forth. We're going to talk about defining what a boundary is and how to create your authentic boundary list that is true to you, not inherited from society, friends, family, nothing like that. And I'm also going to be giving you a bunch of epic tools that you can integrate and take home with you straight away. And heaps more stuff, heaps more. I mean, I've just rattled off an outline, but there's going to be so much more in there. I mean, I don't plan these things to a T, and I really trust in the flow of what comes up is what needs to be heard and said, and it's just such a juicy experience. So come on down, sign up. It's free. So why not? What's the cost of not doing it? You know, if you're feeling resistance, if you're feeling a little bit triggered, if you're feeling like, curious, definitely come. Then this is for sure for you. Okay, let's get into it. So you'll have to excuse me if I'm a little like waffly and a little scatterbrained today. being in this like total paradise, I've been struggling, as you can imagine, to really land solidly into my like work schedule, because I sit down for 20 minutes and do some epic things, and then I look out the window at these mountains and this gorgeous nature, and I'm just like, I've just got to get outside. So I've definitely done an outline like I always do for these podcasts. And it might just be a little bit all over the place, but it's going to be fun. So let's just roll with it. So today we're talking about sexy self-care for the too busy woman. Honestly, this too busy piece has been really big in my fields. Clients, friends of friends. This whole I'm so busy thing is just kind of, I don't know why it's annoying me right now. And I really wanted to speak to it because I meet so many people who are like, I want to do this, I want to do that, but I'm too busy. There's no such thing as too busy. Anyway, the first point I want to say is that busyness is not a status symbol. Brené Brown talks about this and it's amazing. And it goes something along the lines of, we wear busy like a badge of honor. And I really like how she put that because, you know, kind of in our society, especially if you are ambitious and a high achiever, which is awesome, you know, of course. But yeah, it's like wearing that badge of honor, that busy badge of honor, somehow makes us feel successful. Somehow makes us feel like we're doing things, like we're really, you know, getting all of the boxes ticked off in life. And society has kind of projected us to work hard and, you know, do all the things and do everything to blah, 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 whatever. It's just a big no from me, basically. Busyness is not sexy. There is nothing sexy about being busy. I aspire 0% to be busy. In fact, my entire life has been created to be the complete opposite of busy. Now, do I want to be successful? I am successful. Yeah, duh. Do I want to be financially abundant? Yes, of course, I am financially abundant. Duh. I don't need to be busy to achieve any of that stuff. To have a family, to create wealth, not only in finances, but in community, to do meaningful work in the world, to feel good every day in life. You can do all of that without being busy. Look, okay, busyness is a choice. And if you want to choose to be, yeah, I'm sorry. I know I'm like, I can feel all of the, all of you who are like A-type, high achievers, super busy women out there, like wanting to hit me in the face right now. And you've probably turned the episode off, but don't, okay? Don't turn the episode off. This is going to be good for you. And I'm sorry to be so harsh about it, but the reality is that you don't need to be busy to achieve what you want to achieve in life. You don't need to be busy to prove your worth in the world. You don't need to be busy to prove your worth at work, in a relationship, with your friends, in society, in your community. None of it. You can do all of that and get the same results, better results even, in a way that nurtures and nourishes your body, in a way that is healthy for your nervous system, that is rejuvenating for your libido, that feels good in your body, that is in alignment with your soul and your feminine essence. You can do that. You can do all of that. You can have your cake and eat it too. But you have to choose to prioritize your health and your pleasure. That's it. You've got to choose. Like I said before, busyness is a choice. And nothing changes if nothing changes. So the first step and the first tip I want to give you is to choose to prioritize something different. Prioritize space. Prioritize pleasure. And when I say pleasure, I'm meaning of course, sexual pleasure, but I'm also meaning connection, intimacy with your friends, your family, the planet, yourself, play, all of those things. That's all pleasure because it feels good. It's really deeply, deeply fulfilling. And when you get to the end of your life and you're dying, that's what you'll remember. That's what will be important to you. Not how many hours you did at work. Do you feel me? So another piece that I wanted to identify here about this busyness is it can often be a very messy busy, and it can stem from a kind of a wounded feminine space. You know, it's chaotic, it's ungrounded. The wounded masculine that's within you as well, because we've got everything. We've got it all. We've got the feminine and the masculine within us, and what we want to try and achieve for that alchemy and for that balance in our lives, to live a happy, healthy turn on life, we want to have healthy feminine and healthy masculine within us, supporting each other like a team. The yin and the yang. The trees and the leaves, I don't know, the water and the mountains, all of the things, the hard and the soft, you need both of them. And if both of those characteristics within you are wounded, so for the feminine, you've got things like chaotic, indecisive, unorganized, always running late, little things like that. And for the masculine, you've got, overworking, overachieving, deriving value from external success, lack of purpose and direction, and the list goes on for both of them. So if any of those characteristics are kind of pinging out at you and resonating, look, there's nothing wrong with you. Like, you're not wounded, you're not broken, it's all good. I mean, I've still got those characteristics within me too, and it's just a lifelong balance of bringing it all back into center. It's just what the dance of life is about, and it's exciting, so amazing. Congratulations, you've got the awareness now. And now what you can do is you can work towards bringing in that balance of healthy feminine and healthy masculine. This is a little bit buzzwordy. I mean, like, I should really do an entire episode on this because, masculine, feminine, healthy, unhealthy, la, 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 la. There's like a lot of information out there. Some of it's bullshit, I believe. And some of it is actually really, really helpful. But, if you're intrigued, I'd recommend that you just get onto that Google train, have a nice little explore and understand the realms of what this means. Healthy feminine is deep and, emotional and flowing, is creative, expansive, is relaxed, and very open to receiving. And the healthy masculine is on purpose, very grounded, very present, has a lot of focus and direction, doesn't need to say a lot to communicate a lot. Those people who can just say a lot of words without even saying anything. Their energy and their presence says it all. That kind of power. And so you want to have both of those energies within you so that they can guide you in life, in the world, in a really healthy and nourishing way. It's a little bit esoteric, I understand, but life is energy. And once you start to embody these characteristics, you can do that by writing them down in your journal, like putting down certain characteristics of each essence, feminine and masculine, and writing them on your mirror. Just like really say something that you're working on is becoming more grounded or more present or more organized, whatever it could be. Just put those words on your mirror and remind yourself every day that this is the characteristic that you're embodying. This is what you're working towards. And then doing deeper research into what it means to be that person. You can do that by, like reaching out to me, getting help, getting support, getting someone to guide you. It's so much more fun when you've got someone to guide you. Okay, so the next point that I wanted to bring up to you is, here we go. This is the waffly part, you guys. I told you that it was going to be a little waffly. And that is that take life one step at a time. And this is really important because, we want to save X amount of dollars to put a deposit down on a house. We want to start a new business or have a side hustle on top of our full-time job. And, we want to then get 2 more pets and grow our tribe and just everything all at once. And we want it to be done tomorrow. We want it to be done as soon as possible, all of it. But the thing is when we constantly overload our schedule in that way, we're just depleting ourselves. And it sounds really common sense and obvious, but it's just not, because we can so easily do this if we're not used to sitting still, if we're not used to sitting in spaciousness, if it feels uncomfortable to be alone, if it feels uncomfortable to meditate and to sit in silence and to actually feel things. Because I gotta say, a lot of the time, being busy can be an escape tool. An escape tool to do the work and feel what's really there, who you really are, underneath your job, underneath your clothes, underneath your social activities, what's really going on under that. So if you're constantly, even subconsciously, jam-packing your schedule with all of these things that you've got to do, you're missing the points. Life is for living. It's for living. So please make sure that you set healthy, ambitious goals and strive towards them and prioritize your health and wellness and integrate that into your plan. Little things that I told you guys a little bit waffly today. So just to wrap up that point before is trust. Trust that everything is going to work out. Trust that you will create the savings. Trust that you will get the house. Trust that your business will flourish. And take things one step at a time. It doesn't all have to happen tomorrow. Just go with the flow. Trust and know. Go at your own pace. It doesn't have to happen overnight. What is more important than getting those things overnight is how you feel in every moment. Because that is life. That's why we're here. Not for tomorrow, but for right now. So please, please enjoy what you're doing. Always. I forgot what I was going to waffle on until next anyway. So some practical tips to create more white space and spaciousness in your day so that you can start to feel more pleasure in your body, so that you can start to allow for more sexuality, sensuality to integrate into your life again, so that you can feel better mind, body, and soul while still showing up, doing the work, having, crazy, audacious goals and just going for life. Sorry guys, definitely waffly. So here are some practical tools. And one thing that I love to do, and I used to do this before I started my business, because I used to work in fintech, financial technology, and it's very much a corporate job, quote unquote busy, but I definitely did not subscribe to that story whatsoever. I had a very pleasurable, very feminine, very spacious time. So how I did that was I took little mini breaks all throughout my day, And by mini, I mean literally a 5-minute walk down and out the building. Just got some fresh air. I would walk around the block. I wouldn't take my phone. Just a really time to just quieten down. And you do have time to do that. You absolutely have time to do that. And if you're in a job where you're not allowed to do that, I understand for some industries it's literally you can't just walk out on, your entire section if you're working in a restaurant. I understand that. But, you can create space in other moments too. If you work in hospitality, take a smoko break. But don't smoke the cigarette, just go for a walk. Create the space, make it a priority. Tell your boss that you need a couple of minutes of a breather every couple of hours or after the big rushes. And then if you work in a corporate space or retail, you get what I'm saying. You can make it work. If it's a priority to you, ask for what you want and make it happen. Go and get that fresh air multiple times a day. Don't take your phone. Don't fill that space with other things like Instagram. Just go, be present, observe your surroundings, enjoy what's out there. Meditating, little mini meditations. You can do it while you're sitting on the toilet seat at work. You can have these really beautiful drop-ins with yourself and just do a body scan. How am I feeling? How's it going? Taking those deep breaths. You would be surprised. I have clients coming to me thinking that they are going to get some grandiose assignment and these crazy tantric mantras and kundalini yoga kriyas and all this crazy stuff that they're going to do for hours and hours and every day, but it's not. It's the little things that you do every day that add up to the biggest results. Really, really it is. So create the space throughout your day. Breathe into it. Another thing is just wipe your schedule of shit that you don't want to do. That's including work activities. Just get rid of stuff that you don't want to do. And that's also with friends. You don't have to go to every single invitation. You don't have to go to every single party. There's plenty more parties in the sea, okay? Listen to your body. If you're tired, if you're, whatever, listen to that. Because FOMO, I'm just going to say it. FOMO really, really stems from a place of lack. This fear of missing out. Well, it says it in the title, a fear. It's a fear of missing out. And the beautiful thing is when you start to really step into yourself and your sense of security, you know that there is always going to be ample, abundant, squazillion daily opportunities to connect, give thanks, show gratitude, contribute, play, and have fun. There'll be opportunities every single day to do that. You don't have to catch every single wave that comes into shore because they keep coming. The waves keep coming. They never stop coming. Sure, there might be bigger waves, a period where there's lots and lots and lots of waves, and some where there's, smaller, quieter waves, but they don't stop coming. So I want to invite you to, again, prioritize yourself, prioritize your pleasure, and do what feels good. So make space in your calendar, make white space in your calendar, just time for flow. There is no plan here. It's just time for you to be in your feminine. Just go with what's feeling good. Practice, practice, practice. And for more information about, physical sexy self-care, I've got so many episodes about taking your sexy self-care and self-pleasure to the next level. There's an episode earlier on in the series talking about how to get started with self-pleasure, and that's a really juicy episode. But you're not going to enjoy those practices if you don't have time for them, if you feel too busy for them. So start here and start on that mindset about you have abundant time. You're not busy. You're spacious. Your life is spacious. Okay. That feels pretty complete for me. Thanks for listening. That's it for this week. Sign up for my masterclass, okay? If you haven't done it already, go and do it now. Do it now, and I will see you tomorrow at the live. I'm so excited. I'm really, really excited. It's going to be a goodie. And until then, have a fabulous, fabulous evening, day, whatever it is, wherever you're watching this. And don't forget to share this episode with someone who you think could benefit from hearing it too. Leave me a review, a rating, all of that good stuff. I really, really appreciate it. I'm coming up to a phase where I want this podcast to reach new audiences, and I need your guys' help. Like, I really need you to start rating the podcast. We've almost got 100,000 downloads, which is massive. And I think I have like 3 reviews on iTunes. What is with that, you guys? Go into iTunes and rate and review my podcast, okay? Thank you so much. I do. I deeply appreciate it, and I'm deeply grateful for it. And I know it's good because I hear from you guys on my Instagram DMs like every single day. So take that love and send it right on over to iTunes. I would very much appreciate it. All right. And yeah, you know the drill. I'll be back with another episode soon. If you enjoyed this episode, hit like and subscribe, or share it with someone who you feel could benefit from hearing it too. My mission is to bring healthy sexuality to the mainstream, so be sure to leave your 5-star review on your favorite podcasting app, because that way this content can land in the ears of those who need it the most. If you're looking for more resources on how to live a turned-on life, check out my website at www.laura-allen.com, where you'll find events, coursework, free downloadable workbooks, as well as my coaching packages. And lastly, I want to thank you for taking the time to prioritize yourself in this exquisite way, because when we do, that's when we can really start to show up for the rest of the world. And until next time, thank you so much for listening, and I'll be back with another episode soon.